the biggest little city in the world, Reno, Nevada, and one of the great venues, Mackey Stadium. The opener in conference play for both of these teams. It's the Air Force Falcons and the Nevada Wolfpack. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
The Wolfpack head coach told me before the game, he knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Reese?
Thanks, Holly. The Falcons headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Nevada's offense to go on the attack first. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's gritty, great attention to detail, solid hands. He'll have to be accounted for in this passing attack.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power four. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number one for this squad.
Another incompletion on third down. Nevada will be forced to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. On the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Falcons offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And here comes the junior quarterback to get things into gear. There's no way to describe it other than he just wasn't seeing the field last time out, throwing 7 interceptions. On the move. Past the 6. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll ride the hot hand. Picked up maybe 3 on the play. It's 2nd and 7. All right, guys, let's chat about it first. They had a win on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star linebacker giving a verbal commitment, and getting good talent like that is what a program at this level really needs to succeed.
Yeah, this is the next step for this program, right? Continue to get talent and high school talent that can come in that they can compete with your roster right now. Those are the guys that really help you take that next step.
And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And that is no good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. Pulled and finds his man on the left. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clemens. He'll be stopped after picking up 5. And boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. DB's right up on the receivers. Finds a crease, it's Jackson. Turning it on! They pull him down, but he's got enough. It'll be a first down for this offense.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking downfield, it's Jenkins. Oh, pressure's coming. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. 2nd and long here. misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires on the move. Almost picked off.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. And the Air Force offense ready to take over. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Keep it on the ground. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Working the ground game. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Got his man on the outside. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. And the Falcons now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Running inside. It's Lindsey. There he goes. He'll be dropped.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
It's complete on the right side. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patters. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
And as an offense, you've got an unconventional call. You're trying to get your receiver the ball using pre-snap motion, but you've got to do a better job up front blocking. Couldn't get it done, and now it sets up 4th down.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. They'll move the wide receiver. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Finds him out of the backfield. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off.
Man, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Flip it out to the back on the screen. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
churns into the pile. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. And now the Wolfpack will call the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. Sticks it in his belly. Not gonna make it, and the 4th down gamble backfires. They'll go to the counter play. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Jenkins. Fires to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down. The Wolfpack might just keep spinning it after that last one. Drops back on 1st down. Gets rid of it. Turns it upfield. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. The snap sets up to throw. They're all over him. Got his man downfield. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And if you're going to play zone coverage, man, you've got to get to the quarterback because those holes are going to pop open at some point. Nice job hanging in the pocket. Good protection by the offensive line. Finding the strike over the middle of the field, but started with the protection up front.
They'll go empty and 5 wide on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Zings it complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Look out! And down he goes.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on 1st. Finds his man. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and it's Nevada holding the lead. And we've come to the end of 1, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. See if they go back to the air after that short gain on 1st down. Sells to fake. Throws to the tight end. That's caught. It's Pickett. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another 1st down here on 1st and 10. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Snap in the shotgun. Unloads to the wideout. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit.
Makes the grab and room to run. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. From the gun, the running back has it.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
The Falcons have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Rides to the back. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
That's a nice-looking run. I'll tell you, when it comes to the academies, I know the Air Force is known for being mighty in the skies, but on the football field, it's what they're able to do on the ground. Year in, year out, they are so dangerous toting the rock, whether it's the option, whether it's conventional, whether it's spread. These guys are dialed into what they want to do, and they wear defenses down.
Off-play action. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Stopped short of the first down marker, and now they might have to settle for the field goal and maybe tie the game going into the half. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And it's no good. So it'll stay 3-0 after the missed field goal.
Well, that's now the 2nd missed field goal for this kicker, and I tell you this, you can't blame the weather for all this. This is a beautiful day. He needs to do better executing these field goals.
Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Out wide right, it's Givens.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Makes the catch. It's Clemens. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get the...
And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. And he falls on top of his own fumble. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They punted away on 4th down. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, but another missed field goal doomed that effort. Tried to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Left side is Lindsey. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And the Falcons will punt this one away. Making his first move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Now it's Nevada out there to go on the attack. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time. Picked off! What a play by this defense! They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Give to the single back. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. This time they'll throw it. Right side, it's Ward. At the 40, there he goes. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. From the 30-yard line on first down. They believe they can run right here. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got some green grass. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Air Force. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Hits inside, it's Clemens. Can't get him to the ground. Breaks into the open. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Drops back. It's Jenkins. He's got his man across the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. Burrowing for yardage. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Trying to take it back. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Falcons now set to take over on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. He's got enough. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They'll give it to him again. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. The Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. Big fullback's got it. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Caught in the backfield, it's Lindsey. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Falcons, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Cuts it upfield. It's Lindsey. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Takes a shot at the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits it right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
No good. After the miss, the lead is still 4. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to pass. It's Jenkins. Makes the grab. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. Looking downfield very late in the half. Rush right in his face. Reels it in. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the number 10 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's South Carolina able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. And with that W, they get back above 500, 3-2 now on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in Reno. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, 3rd down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Mackey Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Nevada set to kick off to start the 3rd quarter. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The give to the fullback. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Sometimes you try to fool the defense with the fullback. Not fooled there.
Well, you better block for him. Goodness gracious, that's supposed to be a quick hitter, get me a few short yards, and there was nowhere to hit it. They just got hit in the backfield and brought the big fella down quickly.
Bring him down. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. Wide receiver comes in motion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And finally the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Throwing right. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down. The Falcons will line it up on 1st and 10. Quick give. It's Lindsey. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Right back to it. Knocked down immediately.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball. I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Out wide left, it's Lindsey. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And the Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. From the gun, it's Lindsey. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Give to the fullback. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. And it looks as if we're going to get a timeout here as a man is shaken up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. The Falcons come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. And the Falcons go back to work after moving the chains through the air. On the run, it's Lindsey. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The fake wants to throw. Still looking to his right. Touchdown, Falcons! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Long way to go on second down. Moves the pocket. It's Jenkins. Throws to the wideout. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Going over the top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Nevada will be forced to punt. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. On the return. He's got great speed. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And the Air Force offense ready to take over. Straight ahead, it's Lindsey. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
Hand it to the back. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Threat of it on the RPO. Oh, he's got some space. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. Nevada just had that big play through the air. Let's see if they throw it again. On the option. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. 2nd and long here. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Got his man. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Back to pass, it's Jenkins. Fires to the wideout. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Plows his way ahead. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The Falcons will snap it on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Out wide right, it's Lindsey. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Could not make his way to the corner.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Back to pass on second down. Right side, it's Harris.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Back's got it on the screen. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And you're seeing on this drive, man, a big part of the reason why they've got the lead. Like, they've been so good on these third downs. Another third down conversion where they dial up the right play at the right time to move the sticks.
Pull down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll throw it from the red zone. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They just keep firing. Got his man on the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Turning it on. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Wolfpack. The pick six has him right back in it. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. And he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
On the return, it's Moon. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The Falcons now set to take over on offense. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Not a whole lot of yards gained on that one, but using the fullback as a weapon in the pass game can pay dividends.
Yeah, oftentimes we see fullbacks just kind of shoving their face into the fan. They're getting blocks. They're inside the tackles. This time they try to sneak him out, see if they can catch the defense slipping. It's a nice change-up play by the offense.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Falcons will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Now it's Nevada out there to go on the attack. The run inside. It's Jackson. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. Push is ahead. Still on his feet at the 45. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The keeper on the option. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'd love to make this kick easier by picking up a few on 3rd down. It's 56 yards out from here. Under pressure. He gets away. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! They take the lead here in the 4th.
Big time kick right there, man. 4th quarter, clutch time. You needed to come through to take the lead, and now the pressure goes to the defense. You got to keep this lead. Got to get a stop or two more, and you can get the dub in this football game.
Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Run it with the fullback. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Selling the fake. Rush is on. Left side, it's Pickett. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. They'll power it inside with the fullback.
Oh, and I love it. They give the ball to the fullback. You don't even see him in the game all the time, but when he is, it's always unselfish, pounding people. I love when you toss him a little love and give him the rock.
You ever wish you played fullback instead? Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down in the 42.
And here's what I like about that, man. That feels like an instinctive play. Like this guy almost knew it was coming. You know, most of the time in a bootleg, they want to show you the run first, but he wasn't buying it, went right to the quarterback, saw it, and made the big sack.
And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Snapped on 4th down. Right down the middle. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. The corners are walked up tight. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. On the move at the 30. Got a little grasp. Touchdown, Nevada. Once he got some room, it was over.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
On the run from inside his own 5. He's on the loose. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Setting up the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. He's looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, number 19. He'll be stopped short of the 40, right at the 41, and this interception has given him a great opportunity. Pulls it in, it's Brown.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind.
Got him right there.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Here on the Falcons sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Bought a little time, lets it go. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Here comes the heat. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking down the middle. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off. The Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The give on the counter. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. They'll ride him again. There he goes. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Looking for the edge. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Fires downfield. Makes a grab past the marker. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback.
And it's his 4th interception of the night. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. The give on the counter. Trying to take it back. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
They got to try to hold on to the positives, as hard as that is to do right now, having lost a couple back-to-back, because this team has good players, and they've got good schemes on both sides of the ball. Just things have not gone their way. They just need to make a few more plays to turn this thing.
Yeah, and then they can do it, and they will do it. Listen, you got to get the players right. You got to get those guys in there believing. This is part of what happens. You got to take a few lumps sometimes, take those losses, but this team's going to figure it out. You can tell they got the right stuff.
This has